There's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, right? That they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just not the case. She is stronger than that.
What's your experience, Ben? Male, female?
Both Serena and Venus lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player.
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's...
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. I'm all for peace and happiness and love on this channel. But man, I'm going to show you a murder today. Cold-blooded murder that took place inside of our own United States Senate, man. You ain't never seen a clip like this before. Riley Gaines, who is just so based, just destroyed the testimony of an activist who said that Serena Williams could totally beat all the dudes. Serena Williams, she's such a sweet queen. She could hit a tennis ball and she'll beat all the men. You see, because I want her to, not because it's based on any reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest cold-blooded murder you ain't ever seen on the floor of the United States Senate. Watch.
I believe that a biological male has a physical advantage in sports over a biological female?
Not as a definitive statement.
Give me an example.
Well,
no, I don't think.
Give me an example.
How many female members of the NBA do you see?
Yeah, give her.
Well, I can say that, there's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, right? That they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just not the case. She is stronger than that.
What's your experience, Ben? Male, female?
Both Serena and Venus lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player, which they're phenoms.
Okay, first off, stop the clip. Boom! We actually looked it up. That's absolutely verifiably true. But Riley Gaines continues, really important, talking about her actual marriage and her relationship with her swimmer husband.
For women. My experience, my husband, he swam at University of Kentucky as well. In terms of accolades and in terms of national ranking, I was a much better swimmer than him. He could kick my butt any day of the week without trying. Boom,
shaka, laka. You know who agrees with Riley Gaines here? Serena Williams.
Myself and him playing a match. And I'm like, Andy, seriously, like, are you kidding me? Because for me, tennis and men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0, and 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because it's true.
Honestly,
it's a completely different sport. The men are a lot faster, and they serve harder, they hit harder. It's just a different game, and I love to play women's tennis, and I only want to play girls because I don't want to be embarrassed. I would not do the tour. I wouldn't do Billie Jean any justice. So Andy, stop it. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you kill me.
Well, that's gonna be an inconvenient truth for the queer activists. Senate testimony that says men cannot beat Serena Williams. Serena Williams seems to disagree with you. Riley Gaines, of course, was a female swimmer who would have been an NCAA champion were not for these kind of activists ruining her dreams. Riley Gaines has now gone out and become just one of the most dominant voices inside of the feminist movement, I think you could call it, right? The protection of women's rights and women's sports. She had some incredible testimony before the Senate this week. It didn't get the kind of coverage that it deserved because there was a lot of news going on this week, but we'll pause for a moment and give Riley a chance to explain herself.
That's the traumatizing part. Of course, the experience in and of the locker room itself is traumatizing, but I think for me, it was so easy for them to dismiss our rights to privacy. Senator Durbin, in your opening statement, you had mentioned this rhetoric. It's you had mentioned that what message does it send to trans individuals? And my combat to that is what message does this send to women, to young girls who are denied of these opportunities? So easily their rights to privacy and safety thrown out of the window to protect a small population, protect one group as long as they're happy. What about us? That is the overall general consensus of how we all felt in that locker room.
Riley Gaines describing her experience swimming collegiately with the Leah Thomas. you have to stop and take a step back and recognize that this is some of the most anti-women, anti-feminist rollback of women's sports and women's rights. And you know who like totally agrees with you is Serena Williams. It is Serena Williams who says that men are faster and that the men's tennis game is much better and stronger than women's tennis game, and she don't want to play tennis against men, in spite of the fact that the activists claim that she'd beat every man ever because man bad. Kelly Robinson is the name of the activist. She describes herself as the first black queer president of the Human Rights Campaign. She claimed that Serena Williams could beat any man in tennis. Of course, Serena Williams and Venus Williams lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player. So they were ranked number 1, and the 200th ranked men's tennis player defeated them. So what about this claim from Riley Gaines? Let's just make sure that we fact check this, because it's important to tell you, obviously, the truth on this channel. A lot of people say a lot of stuff in front of Congress. They lie in front of Congress, and they never get charged. Dr. Fauci, Merrick Garland. In 1998, where am I reading this from? InfoWars? Nope. Wikipedia. Got it. All right. 1998, Karsten Braasch versus the Williams sisters. Another event dubbed the Battle of the Sexes took place in 1998 Australian Open. Karsten Braasch and the Williams sisters, Vanessa and Serena, had claimed that they could have beat any male player ranked outside of the world's top 200. So Braasch, ranked 203, challenged both of them at the same time. This guy was 50 years old when he challenged the Williams sisters in their primes. This was in their primes, 1998. I mean, this is like the peak of their capacity here. Braasch had finished a round of golf and 2 shandies, so he was drunk. And he took on the Williams sisters, and he beat them 5-0 and 6-1 in less than 20 minutes. Okay. And then 500 and above, no chance, was what he added. Saying, actually, no, you need to find somebody who's ranked out of the top 500 for men. Ladies and gentlemen, the big difference is that men can chase down shots much more easily and put spin on the ball that female players cannot handle. The Williams sisters adjusted their claim to beating men outside of the top 350. There you go. So this isn't the only ownership that happened inside of the congressional testimony here. This was also a absolutely bombshell, grand slam moment for Riley Gaines in questioning from the great Senator Josh Hawley.
Your experience over and over and over, you're told as a woman, just shut up, don't say anything. What's that like?
That is continually happening. And if we do speak up, you're immediately labeled as some name. They will call you everything under the sun, whether it's transphobic, homophobic, racist, white supremacist, domestic terrorist. They will throw them all at you in hopes to deter you, in hopes to silence you. Leah Thomas's teammates, they were forced every single week to go to mandatory LGBTQ education meetings to learn about how just by being cisgender, they were oppressing Leah Thomas. They were told that they're not allowed to take a stance because their school has already taken their stance for them. They were told that you will never get a job. You will never get into grad school. You will lose your friends. You will lose your scholarship and playing time if you speak out. They told these girls that if you do speak out and any harm whatsoever comes towards Thomas's way, whether that's through social media, whether that's physical, mental, emotional harm, then you are solely responsible and you could be responsible for a potential death. And you don't want that, do you? Of course not. Who would ever want to be responsible in a potential death? But that is the emotional blackmail that is plaguing this country, especially in universities.
Riley Gaines is one of the bravest individuals that I've seen come across my news feed in a very, very long time. I love watching clips of her. I think she has a very, very prominent and successful career ahead of her. And a woman scorned, right? That's the saying. There's nature hath no fury. Riley Gaines, baby, out here to change the country, to defeat these woke activists who are total and complete lunatics untethered to reality. And also, who knows? Who knows what else she has planned someday? I may know. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe for more based clips. See ya.